All right, we are here. We're going live. Today is a general message day. It's going to be quick. It's just something that came up for me that I feel like I need to ask a lot of you. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all hop into the room. Good morning. Once you come in here, make sure you comment. Let me know that you are here. Today, I don't know. Today is today. In a good way, though. I feel like um, for many of you, it's hard trying to get through the day, figuring out, like, okay, what needs to be done. It's just a mental strain going on this morning. Good morning, Sharisa. Good morning, Green Goddess. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So, for those of you that are having a difficult morning in the sense of just, I don't know, I feel just the energy of overthinking too much already and needing to really find a point where you're like understanding yourself this morning and understanding what you're feeling. Um, the question that I wanted to ask was, have you asked yourself the tough questions? And for many of you, you're going to be like, what the hell do you mean, have I asked myself the tough questions? The tough questions can mean anything along the lines of what you need, what you want, how you feel, um, your purpose. Are you doing things correctly? Are you, backing yourself up like you would want people to back you up? Grand Rising. What up, Brooklyn? In the house. Y'all are from everywhere. Um, so I feel like that's necessary today. I feel like you have to ask yourself the tough questions. Like, even if you're in a relationship that doesn't necessarily sit well with you. And I bring relationships up a lot because a lot of you are soul searching at this time. A lot of you are really trying to figure out whether or not you are doing what's best for you in whatever situation that you're in. If you're being held back, is this person going to be the person that you can actually see yourself with? A lot of you are trying to figure out if the situation that you're in is valuable. And I feel like it is necessary to ask those questions. Am I truly happy in this connection, or am I dragging it? Am I going somewhere with the people that are around me, even if it's not an intimate connection? Um, but are these really the people or the things that I want to maintain in the lifestyle that I'm going after? Ask yourself those tough questions. The tongue is powerful as shit. So when some of you sit around like, I don't have this, I don't have that, okay, things that we say are all a part of spelling, right? Like, you are placing spells out into the universe. Some are good, some are bad, which is why a lot of people are like, oh, I hear that shit where you're like, oh, speak certain things into your life and it'll happen. It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Why speak negativity over you? You know what I mean? So I feel like ask yourself those tough questions. Be sure that you are feeding yourself positivity this morning. Today may not be the easiest for a lot of you. I think, especially for those of you that have recently lost somebody, this had popped up in a couple readings back. And I feel like a lot of you are going through just a mental battle where you were trying to figure out why things happen the way that they happen, what you could have done more, and I feel like a lot of you are placing a lot of just stress on yourself. You're forcing yourself to think that you went wrong, and I feel like that's not the case. Getting to the top isn't easy. Switching over the energy, getting to where you want to go. No one ever said it was going to be easy, but it definitely doesn't have to be difficult or as difficult as a lot of you are making it. Um, I feel like it does get lonely. If I've ever heard like a saying that resonated, it gets lonely getting to the top too. Not it's lonely at the top, but it gets lonely going that way because not many people know what it takes to head in that direction. So read like training people and redirecting people is stressful as fuck. You don't owe anybody a damn thing. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't have to teach people things. You don't have to repeat things to people. If you say something one time and someone doesn't grasp the concept of what it is that you are trying to say, or not even trying, what it is that you're saying, like it is what it is, I said what I said type vibe, if they don't get it, it is not your responsibility to try to get them to get it. Simple. Fuck 'em. We ball. You know what I mean? Yes. I feel like, why do y'all like when I say that? It gets lonely. At the top, yes. I had to let my ex best friend kind of really trying to grow, or she doesn't really see herself doing better things. And you know what's crazy about that? I'm gonna share a story with y'all. So I had a friend, a homie, my bestie, my girl. You know what I'm saying? Um, I knew this girl since like kindergarten, first grade, like young, and to the point where like our moms back then, girls used to wear like the little ponytails with the hairballs, you know what I'm saying? We low key look like sisters. Like that was my sister, but people thought we were sisters. So we rock with it. Like, you know what? That's my best friend. That's my sister. We gonna make a pact. When we get older, I swear to God, we were like those little kids with like diaries and shit. We were like writing our pact and doing all that crazy shit. And so I just knew for whatever reason deep down inside that I would be the person to help her see the value in herself as far as how far she could go. We're going to call her Sue. Has nothing to do with her name. Sue was very adult like as a child, right? She had to take on a lot of responsibilities that I didn't know even until we got older, as far as like watching her sisters and not having like real active parents, being raised with her grandma. You know what I'm saying? So Sue, when she was with me, was just my best friend. We played dolls, we went outside, we like played hopscotch, we did all the fun stuff, rode our scooters, rode our bikes, and um it just got to a point where as we got older, we separated. We went to different schools, right? I went to elementary with her. We didn't go to the same middle school, but we lived in the same neighborhood. So we would see each other all the time, make sure that we kick it, get to high school. Then I'm like, oh, shoot, she's a completely different person. We started interacting less. And it started becoming a thing where we're like, okay, it's choppy now, which is cool. People grow. You're doing different things, but I'm doing other things. I'm into my creative side, and she's into the boys. You know what I mean? And with the boys came the girls that were on also into just the boys. No work, no dedication, no ideas, no goals, just the boys. We just want to be around the guys. I want to find me a fine. That's what they was on. Drinking early, smoking early, doing all kinds of stuff like that. So when I kicked it with her, I was the responsible one. I was the one to always have to make a decision as to how things were going to go based off of getting home safely. We go out, it's like, okay, well, you're too drunk. This is relevant to those of you who are always taking care of somebody who should be adult enough, mature enough, or, responsible enough to understand the outcome of their actions. Not you always having to take the wheel and guide them and get them to their destination safely. So, fast forward, we get older, out of high school, and, by this time, babe is just, she's lost herself mentally, physically. No one loves me, blah 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 blah. So I had a conversation with her. I'm like, it's deeper than that. You're going through something that I may not really understand because I haven't necessarily been in that position as far as the physicality of what she was experiencing. But mentally, I understood that, oh, she's having to go through this part of life. Like, I can't just pull, because she's my best friend, I can't just pull her with me. I did. I promised her, like, yo, when I make it to a certain point, I'm going to make sure you're straight. But she took that so literal. Oh, I don't have to work. I don't have to do this. I don't have to stay in my creative space because my friend who has always been available for me, why wouldn't she be available for anymore? Hold people responsible. Hold people accountable is what I'm saying. We're in our 20s and this girl still had the concept of me saying I'm gonna make sure you straight. She took that literal, which I feel most people in your life will. As soon as you do something to show a person that they're safe, you create a space that sometimes enables people to focus. And because you don't say anything, they stay in that persona. They stay in that realm of just accepting. There's no giving. They're just accepting. So now this has become your job. When it's not your job though. Your job is to maintain happiness, fucking live life, you know what I'm saying? And enjoy the time that you have without putting time as a label and applying pressure on yourself like that. I mean, apply pressure in everything that you do, right? Like, but when I say that you are putting pressure on yourself, holding yourself accountable for other people's urgencies and responsibilities, that has to stop. So it's like, yes, over time, it did hurt. It hurt me to know that this person was changing right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I find that people, I sometimes like reading this girl. My best friend used to come over. My mama always said she don't like my best friend, my best friend. For real. And your mama know. Attention and not feeling jealousy around me. Hello. So my point to y'all is this. Some of y'all may not want to hear this shit. Some of y'all may want to. I'm getting it out anyway. My point is do what you have to do for you. You are not responsible for anybody else's success. You are not responsible for anybody else's just lifestyle. It is not your responsibility. Now, I do think that many of you have influenced people. You continue to influence. A lot of you have the gift of what you say being something that guides people in a different direction mentally. And those people are just paying attention. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of you are speaking to people who are just asking because they just have to have you around, not because they want to apply a different pattern in life. You have people who just already know how to will you in, how to use their words to get you back into their space, not because they care to elevate, but because they care to have you in this safe place. You are their safe place. So it's time for you to decipher, hey, okay, you know what? Who do I actually see elevating like me? Who do I actually see happy for me? Because I feel like a lot of you can sense that too. You tell a person something, you're having a conversation, all of a sudden you're like grasping the energy, bitch. Well, any other time, if you're talking about something ridiculous, if it's chaotic, you're all into it. It's gossip, gossip, gossip time. But now that I'm talking to you about business, making money, getting to that country to this country, traveling, having a passport, doing all of these things, a successful business, a successful relationship, hater energy, hater energy, if I ever felt it. And we can't just cover those things up anymore. We have to be able to say, you know what, I recognized it not once, not twice, not three times, but I've recognized it several times over time. And I feel like that's something for a lot of you that sits inside of you that you have yet to express or walk away from. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put it like this: God makes no mistakes. When He removes certain things or things feel hard to separate from, you're the one fighting. If you just let go mentally, that it's a little traumatic for sure. Physically, you don't even know what you're missing out on, being able to be in certain rooms, certain places, experiencing certain things. Because you're holding on to this one segment of life, you are missing out on so much more. There are like so many things to accomplish in this life. For real. So I feel like these terrible relationships that a lot of you are going through don't feel hard because you can't do it. You're not stuck in this connection. You're not stuck in this marriage, in this relationship, in this friendship. Just because you share the same blood with people don't mean you're stuck in this fucked up place. You are choosing to be here mentally. At some point, you got to put you first, and you got to say, you know what is really going to make me happy right now? Because arguing with this person isn't going anywhere. We've been arguing for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. This thing has been off. Separate yourself. Take the path that you feel is necessary for you. And if they just so happen to catch up, babe, well, I guess we'll be pulling out the same chair at the same table. But sometimes people got to sit across the room. And I hope that the visual is showing you how you perceive yourself. I don't see any of y'all. I don't feel any of you being followers at all. I don't have not a lick of energy that gives me follow, follow, follow. Do I feel like you may adapt to certain things easily? Absolutely. Even I do it. Get around certain people and I love the vibe, I love the energy, and I get to a point where I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. Until it's not. So continue to lead, let go, learn. Can we put those things in the comments? Let go, learn, lead, however you need to put it. But those 3 L's right there are like trophies. You know what I'm saying? It's there's nothing that feels better than being able to say, you know what, like I did this for me. Because for many of you, you've been doing things for other people this entire time. This entire time, it hasn't even been about you. Thank you. Now I just move in silence. Yeah, it's always stay friends with people that don't like me. Like, why are you talking to me? Yeah. She said, girl, not everybody can go out of town. You absolutely can. Kids and all. I'm not agreeing with that, boo boo. I'm not. Because I'm putting it exploring on people. I feel like you go as far as your mind allows you to go. Now I understand situation, like we don't have to be literal. Y'all know if y'all come in here and y'all rock with me, I am straightforward to a T. We don't have to play no games. You're only gonna go as far as you want to. The problem is nobody's ever giving you the satisfaction of placing those things in your aura, placing those things in your mind. You've been around people who don't want to go anywhere, who's never gone anywhere. It's not that you can't do it. You're just not thinking of how far you can go. Straight up. So this is when we change our circle. This is when we change even family. I hate to say, but it is what it is. There are a lot of people that I love that don't know what it is to get out there, what more looks like. They've never left the city. I was just telling somebody this. I got people that I love to death that I want to be able to explore with, that I want to be able to like kick it with, but we're just not on the same wavelength. You've never been outside of your city. Granted, some people are scared to fly. Okay, so let's get creative. Are we scared of trains? Are we scared of getting in cars? Are we scared of road trips? Are we scared of doing things in the city where it requires us to get out of the damn house and actually socialize, have a good time, soak up the sun? There's no excuse to exploring, is my point. Whether you're literally taking a trip out of the country or not, we won't harp on that. But you're going to go as far as you want to go. You want to be successful, you'll put yourself in position to be intentionally the person that is successful to you, which is proving my point that the people you have around you will either elevate with you or you guys will sit here wondering what life could have been like. It is so hard for people. Let me tell you something. It is really, really hard for a lot of people. There are people who don't have family, who don't have friends, don't have people they can call on, don't have people that they can just trust. I get that. But what about you calling on yourself, showing up for yourself, trusting and believing in you, and saying, you know what, okay, no matter what, boom, this is how this is going to go. Put together some type of plan for yourself instead of depending on other people. You are capable of doing so. I'm talking about, I've spoken to so many Aquarius from this channel. The amounts of creativity that runs through so many of your minds to end up getting to a point where the conversation leads to, okay, well, when it comes to, your business or your ideas, what have you done so far to, head in that direction to accomplish this? Oh, nothing. And I've had some people tell me straight up, just like that, I've done nothing. Like, I'm in a terrible position financially. I'm, in this terrible relationship. My people, I ain't got nobody to watch my kids. Like, yeah, some out on the street. So I feel like the mind is so powerful, babe. I say all that because it does fluster me up a little bit to know, and it does kind of hurt my feelings to know that there are so many people out there who don't know how far they can really go, or don't even know what to, how to envision that. Every single person that's in this live right now that's going to cross this video has the ability to change the game. Straight up. For some of you, it is so damn difficult right now. I'm talking about feeling as if you've lost it all. You're at a halt. You don't know what to do. Hoping that this video and the energy and the message that I'm giving out today, asking yourself these tough questions, being the topic, eludes you or puts you in a position to really think about what you want, not what you don't have. We don't want to focus on the negative for sure. Yeah, it's a part of reality. Like, we're going through that shit, but we don't want to focus on that. The goal is to redirect your energy and understand that you are very much so capable of having all of these things that you see as incapable of having. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, honey, I've seen people go from nothing to, like, damn, ball out, all because of dedication and consistency and revamping their mind from allowing people to make them feel like they were nothing. Wow. Whole time, those that are telling you you're not going to be anything, you don't have this, you don't have that, you got to do this, you got to do that, those are the same people who are intrigued and influenced by you. These are things they're learning from you. It's crazy. Finally caught alive. Hello, Crystal. Yes, we have to walk through that door alone. My whole point in this is you're going to get people, like I said, who just aren't supposed to take this journey with you. You are. Um, Even the people that you work with, they don't understand you for real. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are going to nod their head and agree and clap for you. But at the end of the day, intention is everything. I need to see people rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? I need to see people, even if you're not rocking with me on a daily basis, I want to see you doing something to dedicate time to yourself. I want to see people apply pressure to themselves. I'm understanding and okay with the fact that you may not be able to hang out with this person every day. The person that you're in a relationship may not always be on the same frequency as you, but at least they're doing something productive. At least they're doing something that is heading in a direction, even if it's a personal, like I could be in a relationship with a person who I don't see every day. But I can guarantee you if a motherfucker is really into me, he's gonna call. Even if that thing is for 5 seconds. Hey, thinking about you, I'm gonna talk to you later. Click. Okay. Well, it's time for me to do the same fucking thing. Focus on me, because now knowing that at the end of the day, people are going to make the decision to focus on themselves is the point I'm getting to. We're putting all that time and dedication looking at the goddamn phone. Like, okay, when's he gonna call? When's he gonna call? When is he gonna call? When is he gonna call? when, like, I got things to do. Tell you that right now. Being able to change my life in 6 months was difficult mentally. I still have days where I don't feel okay. I feel like, what am I doing here? And that's a secret I'm sharing with y'all. Because I feel like a lot of you are so down on yourself. I be down on myself. And my circle is not huge. Doesn't matter what it looks like. These people that have millions of subscribers and followers doesn't mean that these people are always happy. Just because you see videos with, you know what I'm saying, people shaking cars and jewelry doesn't mean that everybody is just happy. We are human going through life. So, yes, if you want better, you'll reprogram yourself to do better and attract better. You'll get rid of people who constantly make you feel like you aren't enough. Okay? And some of you need to hear that. You're enough. You're important. You are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You are handsome. You are it. Straight up. We gotta let go, learn, laugh, live. There's so many L's that we can take, but losing isn't one of them. But there's so many L's we could take, but losing isn't one of them. Straight W's over here. There's no reason why we should be out here not accomplishing our goals and our dreams and getting things done. So, my energy today is more so focused on it's going to be what I say it's going to be. And I want y'all to hold yourself in the same light as to this is going, things around you are going to happen according to how you want them to happen, not how people want them to happen for you. There's a lot of people who want to be in control, enforce direction, enforce authority. At the end of the day, babe, we could care less. Okay? I don't have a circle. I be cool with people, but a circle, no, no, no. But that energy, I keep them far away. Hell yeah, thank you. You're too such a beautiful person inside and out. Thank you. Peace, Green Aquarium. I'm here for it. Absolutely. And typically, y'all, I don't be. Your rejection is God's protection. Absolutely. That right there, just I love that. I love that. Um, so here's what I'm gonna say. Because I can go on and on about how many L's we could take other than losing, but I just want you all to know today is the day where you put yourself back in control if you've lost it. If you feel you've lost yourself in connections, regardless of whatever connection that is, I feel like you are coming across this message because it's important for you to know that you actually do have more control than you give yourself credit for. So at the end of the day, there are going to be people who like you, who don't like you, who are attracted, who aren't attracted. But at the end of the day, it's about what you like about yourself and the attraction you hold within yourself. People, I've seen beautiful people on the outside, but inside, rotten as hell because they are unhappy, not being real with themselves, taking a lot of BS, consuming negativity through the crowds and the people that they're around that they love. At this point, I feel like a lot of you need to hit that mirror and self reflect on not losing yourself to please someone else or to hold on to someone else or something else. Self reflection year. My Aquarius are going up. And even if you're not an Aquarius, if you're catching this video, I feel like you are destined to be great. You are destined to receive. Love is coming for many of you. And I can't wait to drop this reading that I've been doing for, I don't know what it is, but I was paused for like hours yesterday. Like it was eating me up inside. I'm like, I have to get home. I have to get home. I have to get home so I can do this reading. Because when I drop this reading and let y'all know exactly what to expect, you're going to be like, oh, well, I can let this person go for sure. Yeah, gotta go. Sayonara, and I mean speed off. Speed off and don't look back. Gotta go. You might get a couple motherfuckers chasing the car. You might. They might even be banging on the window, hanging on the side. Don't let me go. Let them go. Shake them off. I'm not holding on to nothing no more. I feel like you guys are going to be fine. You guys are going to be fine. At the end of the day, a lot of analogy because there's a lot of you going through a lot of crazy situations, but I feel like it's very necessary for you to understand again how in control you're in, how much control you actually have. Thank you, Hen. Writing, don't lose yourself in the mirror. Real shit. Let go, Aquarius, all pressure. Ain't no letting go. Ain't no letting go and ain't no letting that. Okay. Um, Follow me on Instagram. There's somebody, is her name Bree? Bree, if you catch this live, you need to make a fake Instagram or something, like an Instagram that you don't necessarily have to post on. You guys, I have to figure out a way to either set up a Zoom or something so that way I can book through that, because Instagram has been my safe haven as far as being able to know if I video chat you for a reading, it's gonna work. I've tried other apps, but because I like to travel and because just it's convenient for me. Other apps just really haven't worked. So I am going to be figuring out a different way to have a booking system, let alone just a way to communicate, whether that's via Zoom or some other recording platform. But do not be afraid to reach out to me. I am the same way all the time. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Let's set a reading. We'll get all the information going. But if you have to make an Instagram, follow me on Instagram, kia.baby, KIA.BB with 4 Ys. Um, Hit my Sensitive Savage page so that way you guys can tune into my crazy ass Aquarius life because, babe, when I tell y'all the mental is crazy, it's crazy. For y'all, I'd be like, okay, we can go ahead and get their downloads out. For me, I'm like, what? Wasn't prepared for that. So yes. Make sure you guys go tune into those. Hit me up. Don't be afraid to say hello because I do speak back. I love you all for real. Again, self reflection. Take every L but losing. You got this today. They might try you today. But in the back of your mind, you need to realize, you know what? I do have control. Fuck them, we ball. You know what I mean?